Avoid dementia, the essential tactics. Did you know that by 2060, dementia cases could double? That's a pretty alarming statistic, right? Unfortunately, there's still no cure, but the good news is that we can do a lot to lower the risk. It's not just about genetics or bad luck, it's about the choices we make every day to protect our brains. Today, we're going to walk you through 15 key tactics for brain health, so stick with us until the end because the information we're about to share could completely change the way you think about preventing neurodegenerative diseases. Hi, I'm Judy. I am a caregiver specializing in senile dementia and part of the team at the Healthy Sage. Today, we're tackling a topic that affects all of us, but one that doesn't get talked about enough: dementia. This condition doesn't just impact those who have it, it can also be devastating for family members and caregivers. With that in mind, let's dive right into the first of the 15 ways you can protect your brain and reduce your risk of developing dementia in the future. How many times have we talked about the importance of a balanced diet? A lot. But today, I want to focus on something specific: the role of plant-based foods in preventing neurodegenerative diseases. Recent studies have shown that eating more plant-based foods can slow down age-related cognitive decline. Not only that, but another study found that a diet rich in minimally processed plant-based foods, combined with exercise, stress reduction, and support groups, can significantly improve symptoms of mild cognitive impairment and even early-stage Alzheimer's. Now, when we talk about a plant-based diet, we don't necessarily mean vegan or vegetarian. It simply means prioritizing plant-based foods like fruits, vegetables, whole grains, legumes, nuts, and seeds. Eating plenty of these provides your brain with antioxidants, essential vitamins, and healthy fats that help protect it from oxidative stress and inflammation. So, how often do you include fruits and veggies in your meals? Share your eating habits in the comments. The second key point is exercise. It's not just about staying in shape, it's about actively protecting your brain. Physical activity helps control weight, improves blood circulation, lowers the risk of heart disease, and keeps your brain's blood vessels healthy, which in turn reduces the risk of stroke and dementia. Research has shown that people who exercise regularly, whether it's walking, running, swimming, or doing yoga, are significantly less likely to develop cognitive disorders. So, are you an active person, or do you tend to be more sedentary? What's your favorite type of physical activity, and how do you fit it into your daily routine? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. The third point might surprise you: vaccinations. There's growing scientific evidence linking vaccines for shingles, herpes zoster, and the flu to a lower risk of dementia, including Alzheimer's. Experts aren't entirely sure why, but one theory is that infections like herpes can contribute to dementia by triggering chronic inflammation in the brain. Another possibility is that vaccines help regulate the immune system's response to amyloid plaques, the protein buildup found in the brains of Alzheimer's patients, potentially slowing disease progression. The fourth point is about supplements. Taking a daily multivitamin could slow memory loss by about 2 years in people over 60. While supplements aren't a magic fix, they can be a helpful addition to a healthy, well-balanced diet. However, the best way to get essential vitamins and minerals is through food, and supplements should only be used if a doctor confirms you have a real deficiency. The fifth point is crucial: reducing exposure to air pollution. Environmental pollutants like fine particulate matter and toxic substances found in city air have been linked to a higher risk of dementia. On the other hand, improving air quality and limiting exposure to environmental toxins can have a protective effect on the brain. This issue is especially relevant today, given the impact of climate change on global health. The sixth point is all about protecting yourself from head injuries. Even moderate head trauma, like a concussion, can increase the risk of developing dementia later in life. That's why it's so important to always wear a seatbelt in the car, use a helmet when riding a motorcycle or bike, and take necessary precautions to prevent falls, especially for older adults. The 7th point involves hearing health. Protecting your ears from hearing loss is essential for preventing cognitive decline. Use earplugs, noise-canceling headphones, or earmuffs in loud environments. If you're experiencing hearing loss, consider using hearing aids, as untreated hearing loss has been linked to a higher risk of social isolation and dementia. The 8th point might be the most important: staying socially connected. People who remain socially active have a lower chance of developing dementia. Loneliness increases the risk, so it's crucial to maintain relationships, find people who share your interests, and engage in group activities. The 9th point is closely related: reducing loneliness. Studies have shown that older adults who feel lonely, even if they're not actually alone, are at greater risk. Make an effort to build and maintain social connections with people who share your passions and interests. The 10th point is essential: regularly monitoring your blood pressure, blood sugar, and cholesterol levels. High blood pressure, diabetes, and cholesterol imbalances can damage the heart, blood vessels, and brain, increasing the risk of stroke and vascular dementia. Prevention starts with keeping an eye on these vital health markers. Let's do a quick recap of the first 10 points. Plant-based diet, regular exercise, vaccinations, daily multivitamins, clean air and reducing pollution exposure, protecting yourself from head injuries, hearing health, staying socially active, reducing loneliness, monitoring blood pressure, blood sugar, and cholesterol. Now, let's move on to the final 5 tactics. The 11th point is sleep. Poor sleep is linked to a higher risk of developing Alzheimer's. Getting enough rest and maintaining good sleep hygiene is crucial. Your brain needs quality sleep to function at its best. The 12th point is smoking. If you smoke, quit. Smoking is associated with numerous health issues that increase the risk of dementia, including heart disease and stroke. The 13th point is alcohol consumption. Drinking too much can worsen health problems like diabetes, high blood pressure, and memory deficits, all of which contribute to dementia risk. Plus, alcohol increases the likelihood of falls and head injuries. The 14th point is about sleeping pills. Some studies suggest a connection between long-term use of certain sleep medications and an increased risk of dementia. Instead of relying on pills, try improving your sleep naturally and consult a doctor for healthier alternatives. Finally, the 15th point: keep your brain active. Read, write, play games, do crossword puzzles. Engaging in mentally stimulating activities can make a huge difference in keeping your brain sharp. We've just gone through 15 tactics that can help prevent dementia. Remember, the choices we make every day matter. So, what changes will you make starting today to protect your brain? Let us know in the comments. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss future updates. See you next time.